Hey, what's happening? What's up? Pretty excited. Got a big new mining rig in. This thing is one of the most profitable miners in the world right now. Non-US spec power cable. Oh shit. It was pretty difficult to track down one of these beige ones. Most of these are gonna be gray. This is the Bombax miner. This is the EZ100, which we actually already reviewed here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, but I've been so impressed with these that I wanted to get another one. So working with Coin Mining Central, we just got this one in and they were able to procure what's called the beige model for me. So I'm pretty excited. Little stuff, right? Like to have the opportunity to have two different colors of the same miner, why not? I've been really impressed with the branding on these, and that may be such a boring way to open a video, right? Well, how about this? It makes $20, $30 a day mining profitability and only costs about $5, less than $5.50 to run at a 10 cent per kilowatt hour electricity rate, right? So it's using 2/3 the power of current generation Bitcoin miners, to put it into quick perspective. The way that they etch the information onto the side in an industry, the mining industry has such little branding efforts and endeavors. This thing is freaking awesome. Some of the interesting things about this miner is the fact that it is the most powerful and most efficient Ethereum Classic miner in the world, which is the third most profitable coin to mine based on its daily emission rate. It has 4 hash boards inside of there. It has an attached power supply, 2 fans on the front that cool the hash boards, 3 small fans integrated into the power supply that cool the power supply. What I really like are the fact that the fan connections are here on the front. You could swap fans if you needed to without having to break down the whole thing and take the control board cover off and so forth. Just thoughtful touches, in my opinion, in this equation. This power supply also has the LED. These LEDs tell you if the power supply is good, or it can signal you some sort of fault code potentially. So if it's glowing green, you're probably making green. These things blew their next competitor out of the water by doubling their hash rate on their miner, which was the Jasminer X16P, which was selling all day for 10 grand plus. For these, right, that are twice as powerful, they're being produced in a higher volume, and just the density there is unreal. Bombax might be a flower, but if you're old school, you might be thinking, dang, this thing's the bomb.
Yeah, whatever, Zoomer, I don't want to hear it, man.
I'm aging. I'm gonna pop this into digital shovel, the mini pod we have out here on the VoskCoin mining farm. This thing's basically a plug and play Bitcoin mining, crypto mining container. It's actually not a shipping container. It's all sheet metal and stuff that they bend and weld in-house. I've also got direct drop fans in on the way from them, which I'm super excited about. They're supposed to be more reliable, more powerful, and quieter than the belt-driven fans that are currently used with it. So I'm about it, I'm here for it. Recently we just deployed a new immersion mining setup, which has given me a lot of capability back here in the pod. By taking 6 miners out of there, dunking them, I can put 6 new miners in here. I didn't think I'd get the right power cable, right? So I have my own C19 C20. Looks like the stone face. That's critical because you need that C19 connection there on the attached power supply, and then all the connections in the shovel, it's an integrated PDU, and all those connections on that PDU strip are C20 connections. All right, I'm gonna go jump behind the computer, get this set up mining to my address, and let it mine for several days, get some real world mining profitability. And then we'll dive deeper into this review. Although we already reviewed this miner, it was the initial production batch. So we have a miner from a different batch here. We can compare performance. And also I want to talk about my long-term Ethereum Classic mining plan, because this footprint in the VoskCoin mining farm has grown rather unexpectedly as we've expanded into hard drive mining, a lot of immersion mining, but really the immersion mining was heavily focused on Bitcoin. Now, as the landscape of mining continues to change, and I'm not quite where I wanted to be with the mining farm, especially for an actual cost per kilowatt hour, which requires a bigger mining farm, a bigger expansion, I look at how can I continue to operate a viable, profitable mining passive income business. I've got a haircut and the data, and I've actually been running an EZ100 for a while, so I can even show you long-term mining performance, long-term mining profitability. And this performance is in a worst case scenario. This miner has been running in what was called VoskCoin HQ, the field building, if you're familiar with that. This thing does not have any sort of airflow, nothing, right? So we've had this thing running, actually, that's crazy, for almost a month now. And we can see that when we first got it, we were mining about a coin of ETC a day, 300 to 350 ZIL or so. Since then, the earnings have dropped to about 0.9 ETC a day, and we're still mining a similar amount of ZIL coins. We did have some downtime here, where it was unplugged. So we had a unit and Bombax said, hey, can we bring that to a conference? And I said, sure. So we sent it off. We're supposed to get it back. They mentioned that they actually have an even better version. It's not crazy better, but it is significantly better. It's like a 20% increase in hash rate that they may just swap out for us and kind of as a favor for us working together, a free upgrade. I don't know, we'll see, right? But we did just order this one through Coin Mining Central, the beige one in particular. So the beige one was not received to review from Bombax. I just have been impressed with this miner, and it's been very profitable, right? If we're mining 0.9 coins a day, let's just run with that number, and the market's in shambles compared to where it's been recently, that's $20 a day alone. Now let's put ZIL into the equation. And ZIL won't be mined forever. We talked about that on a previous video, but it can be mined for now. So I consider ZIL mining just, straight bonus on top. And if I'm not happy enough with the underlying actual ETC mining profitability, well, then that just simply ain't good enough. So ZIL at a $300 million market cap here, it is down 17% over the last year, mining about 300 coins a day, we'll say. That's another $5. So we're putting about $25 in our revenue column, right? And this is something that is only costing me like less than $6 a day to operate.
Tired of keeping up with miner models and insane electric costs? What if you could invest in the Bitcoin mining industry without all the hassle? Check out today's video sponsor, Quantum Expeditions. Quantum offers a way for users to invest in the Bitcoin mining farm industry. They're bringing cutting-edge technology and renewable energy to the space. They've raised over $1 million so far and are continuing to grow and be profitable after the halving. We're investors in Quantum and are excited to see where they take things. To learn more, check out the link in the video description below. Please do your own research.
So we are pulling roughly $20 in daily mining profitability with this device. Ethereum Classic is the 4th most profitable coin to mine when ranked by coin market cap. And number 5 is really just part of number 2 because Dogecoin and Litecoin are merge mined. You mine them at the same time. There's a significant jump from Litecoin compared to many of the competitor coins. There is Dash, Bitcoin Cash, but other than that, the other altcoins that you can mine with ASIC miners, right? These custom computers, these purpose-built machines just for mining a specific mining algorithm. All these coins are putting out less than $100,000 per day. Really, most of them are close to 50,000, right? Nervos at 67, down huge recently, which really sucks for me, right? Ztrash, 40. Cadena, 32,000, and that's rounding up. I mean, even Decred is putting out more per day than many of these other more popular, more common altcoin cryptocurrencies. Chia is mined with hard drives, which we do that. Bitcoin Cash uses the same miners as Bitcoin miners. And some of these other coins are mined with GPUs and thus FPGAs there as well. The elephant in the room is the price with this thing. It's incredibly expensive. Let's not, beat around the bush with that. 17 grand. Wow. I mean, we've got a coupon code and stuff. Like, we're an affiliate with Coin Mining Central, so I'd appreciate if you used our link and ordered through them and punched in code VoskCoin to save some coin. You will find that this is, roughly the street price for these miners right now. This thing is brand new. It's best in class. It's very efficient. It's very profitable. It doesn't consume that much electricity at 2,300 watts. It mines at a whopping 12,500 megahash a second. They also have a mini version, which these have been listed for sale, but I don't know anyone who has one. We're about to receive one of these into a review from Bombax, which I'm very excited about because this thing is supposed to be small, barely use any juice, pretty profitable, pretty quiet, low heat, 3,800 mega hash a second with only consuming 570 watts and a much more palatable price point. Granted, I mean, it's still $5,500, right? I mean, it's not cheap at all. So maybe you're like, well, maybe I'd rather get the Antminer E9 Pro. You can get those around $3,800 right now. And if you look at these price points, right, you could get more ETC hash, which is the Ethereum Classic mining algorithm. It also mines ETH hash and ETC plus ZIL, at least the EZ100s do, right? But the E9 Pro does not mine Ziliqa as well as Ethereum Classic at the same time. So that's a feature that you lose. And this is what's going to shock you. What about the power consumption, right? I mean, the hash rate's similar and the price is cheaper. Yeah, well, this consumes 2,200 watts. It's incredibly less efficient. The EZ100C is basically 4 times as efficient than its competitor. My E9 Pro has been all right. It has mined about $850 worth of ETC since I switched over to 2 miners, and prior to that I had on F2 pool for a little bit. I'm somewhere around 50% to breaking even on this, disregarding an electricity bill. To be frank, it's really not going great. Ethereum Classic has become much more difficult to mine over the last year. I'm talking significantly harder, even though the price has not moved that much, right? So right now the network's at about 175 terahash a second. This chart doesn't look dramatic, but about a year ago it was at 132 terahash a second. And let me show you the price from here to a year ago. A year ago it was trading at $18, almost $19. We're trading at about $22 right now. Sure, it's no Caspa chart, but the point here is that it's becoming more difficult to mine Ethereum Classic, and the ETC token coin price is not exactly tracking that in a linear manner. Then there's one other miner we should talk about in this equation, the X16P. We have one of those too. I just cranked this baby up, so I've been running this for a while at the normal settings, just mining ETC. And it's supposed to do about 5,800 mega hash a second. And I just switched it over to the least efficient option that it has. I was on balance, and instead of making it more efficient, I went full send with this device. Performance is ultra. And I switched it over from ETC mining to ETC plus ZIL. I just switched this over, so right now I'm going to come back from the future and I'm going to splice in a screenshot. I'm going to show you what does the hash rate look like over the last 24 hours at the time of the screenshot. I'm going to show you a couple of days of mining performance. I'm going to show you what the X16P has been earning just normally mining ETC on the balance setting. So it is on average doing an impressive about 6,000 mega hash a second per day. That is better than it's reportedly supposed to do, and that's mining about 0.43 ETC a day. This is about what we would expect, because when we contrast this with the EZ100, the EZ100 is basically twice as powerful, but it shines with its ETC plus ZIL merge mining. Not all miners are capable of this. This comes down to the mining code, the software of this miner device, as well as the hardware capabilities. And it's pretty important because we're not losing any of the reported hash rate with the EZ100, the original one I had, and this beige model, which, I think the beige is really fun and different. But the point is that they're two different devices, two different batches. The beige isn't anything special or in particularly different other than the looks. And again, like a different batch. A different batch means they had a different cut of boards. They've got a different batch of chips that are in there most likely. And you may see a little bit of variance in the performance. In our initial testing and data, right, we're looking at 12,600 to 800 mega hash a second per day. The previous one seemed to be performing a little bit better than our new one, but the one we just got in is still performing better than it's advertised to do so. So that's awesome. But yeah, to get back to the point that I'm trying to make, if these miners are capable of mining ZIL, then I absolutely think that they should be mining ZIL, because ZIL won't be always mineable. And when we look at the EZ100, the ETC plus ZIL dual mining is literally adding 25% more daily mining profitability. That is a massive jump, boost, level up, compounding earnings there that we would not have otherwise. Ethereum Classic is the 31st biggest cryptocurrency right now when ranked by coin market cap. It is an old coin. It's technically like the original Ethereum. It's got some of the worst branding with solid tech and that longevity in that project. Remember, Ethereum Classic is more or less just the same as Ethereum without Vitalik at the helm. So if you really even consider Vitalik at the helm anymore, he basically got rich in 2021, like beyond like stupid rich. He was already rich as, you know, he was already rich as, but I think he reached a point where he's getting older. He's kind of getting bored of this. He's probably getting tired of being bogged down by all the negative things that come with pursuing an endeavor like this. And when you literally have a net worth of hundreds of millions of dollars, you should probably just start doing whatever the hell you want every single day. Or keep dedicating the rest of your life and mission to, you know, what you want to do. It's up to you, but I think that he's doing the former there than the latter, trying to make a big difference, as maybe he sort of set out to do in the beginning. So some key takeaways from me are that Ethereum Classic has dedicated itself to mining. Bitcoin mining is becoming so difficult, so just expensive and competitive, and truly not very profitable, that I think altcoin mining is the way to go. If the altcoin is, you know, even half decent at this point and has shown that it can survive in some way, shape, or form capacity, with my capital that I have at my disposal, my electricity rate, and my active participation in the market, I personally just think that it's a no-brainer for me to just pursue altcoin mining and solar power to support that. So I will continue expanding more and more into altcoin mining, right? We're talking Dogecoin, we're talking Caspo, we're talking Nervos, we're talking Cadena, we're talking ETC, Ethereum Classic. So I've got some miners, I'm cranking them up if it's possible. Really, the big focus here is the EZ100 beige. And this miner has just cemented itself as top dog. And they've shared their chip design, their tech design with me. They are ramping up production on these. And it seems that they have more manufacturing capabilities than Jasminer. They have such better design than Bitmain and their Ethereum Classic miner that they should be top dog, unless Bitmain has some kind of warhorse behind the scenes that we don't know about. Some kind of behemoth, that they have guts from Berserk, then maybe this will be a different story. But as it stands, this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. It's very easy to use. It's very profitable. This can do ETC plus ZIL dual mining, ETH plus ZIL dual mining, ETH hash Ethereum Classic, and we just have it set up here on F2 Pool. I'm not promoting them. There's no, real affiliation there. It's just where they have a lot of coin support, and it makes it easy for me to monitor a lot of different mining rigs in one place. And I like the way their pool breaks down data, right? I can see my hash rate. I can see what I earned. I can see the date. On some other algorithms, they have, even more data, right? So like if I go over to Litecoin and I come over to the rewards, I can also even see the network difficulty. And so that data is super helpful. I wish that they had the difficulty data on all miners, or coins, I mean. So as always, you do whatever the hell you want to do. This is what I'm doing. This is real world mining profitability data. I'm going to continue chasing the dream. I'm going to keep working on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm going to keep trying to put out the best content I can. We've got some really cool stuff coming on the VoskCoin content creation side in the works. Some stuff I'm very excited for, very proud of. And then on the other side of what VoskCoin does, I'm going to continue building the VoskCoin mining farm, continue expanding, continue working hard, and just break down the numbers and operate pragmatically, and just keep working, showing proof while I do it. That was a POW joke. Let's close this out with our CWO, our Chief Work Officer at the VoskCoin YouTube channel. We're in 10 seconds of tails on every video. She kickstarted the VoskCoin journey, and she's, of course, our beautiful resident Doge, and my beautiful pup. And also, I don't know if you knew this fun fact, she's also the owner of VoskCoin. But seriously, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the EZ100. And basically, are you going to grab one? And if you're not, what's stopping you from doing so? Is it the coin? Is it the price? Is it the newer company manufacturing it? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts.